Where were you 20 years ago? It was an important time in our local history. The opening of Florida Gulf Coast University took place on August 25, 1997, taking education in Southwest Florida to a higher level. So in this week's show, we're celebrating FGCU at 20. Our first stop is Field of Dreams. Once open space for grazing cattle, the campus corridor is now among the area's busiest marketplaces. Then they were pioneers. Some of FGCU's first ever hirees are sharing stories about the early days, braving a new frontier. And she's a rough rider, a local cowgirl, shows her grit both on a horse and in a classroom. Plus a natural spectacle off the shores of Sanibel, Rays on the move. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical series. I'm Amy Osher and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. When state officials announced Florida's 10th university would be built on the Alico site in Lee County, no one was quite sure where it was. Most all of the land out towards the interstate was cow pastures back then. When the decision to build there was made in 1992, the area became a field of dreams. Anchored by plans for a state university, a rural swath of land in eastern Lee County was destined for development.
Nobody knew how fast it was going to grow, how good it was really going to be. I mean, it's far exceeded anyone's expectations.
Commercial real estate expert Tiffany Luongo was early in recognizing Estero's growth potential.
The way that it has shaped the area is that unlike all of our other towns where Fort Myers and Bonita and Naples, where they started at the beaches as very much tourist-driven areas and grew east, Estero is really our only community that started right at the highway and sort of grew and bloomed up around there, and Florida Gulf Coast is a big reason why.
With expanding residential and lots of retail, Gulf Coast Town Center started construction in the early 2000s and totals 1.2 million square feet of shopping and entertainment. Coconut Point added another 1.2 million, and Miramar Outlets offers about 700,000 square feet of retail. The FGCU corridor, like the college itself, is shiny and new.
You all set?
5 years ago, Wally Crane was a new grad from Florida Gulf Coast. He turned his business degree into a sub shop.
Dunk City Delight is a tribute to the FGCU men's basketball team and just everything.
Wally made the decision to keep his homegrown concept close to home.
I felt like there was a lot of franchises in the area and there was a need for a mom and pop that was associated with the university.
In the years since starting Wally's Deli, he's seen his investment pay off.
Every time I drive home, I see a new building going up, but I think that's just more opportunity for every business owner in the area.
People now dine and play on land where cows used to graze. Flanking FGCU, the new village of Estero currently boasts more than 1,300 businesses.
15 years ago, you had a clean slate in Estero. You were able to start with virtually nothing and create a township from the ground up.
No name, no students, no faculty. That's how FGCU's first hirees were greeted. A very small staff got the university off the ground. Our staff at the News Press tracked down 5 original employees and invited them to share their thoughts on what it was like in the early days.
It's been phenomenal, you know, to have come to the university site literally from a 4-wheel drive when you couldn't drive a car to the site, to seeing the magnificent buildings and the developed campus that we have. There's so much still to come, but this opportunity to be a part of something literally from the ground up, it's a pretty unique opportunity and pretty special. My very first day at work was to start with a university with no name, no students, no faculty, only 5 of us on staff.
Having been here from the infancy, it's almost as if this is my baby.
I remember going in, of course, meeting with Dr. McTarnigan. It was on that very day he told me that he and his wife had decided that FGCU's colors, of course we didn't have that name yet, but that our university colors were going to be blue and green and that our mascot was going to be the eagle. and that this was going to be an experience that none of us would ever forget, and probably the hardest work of our lives. And he was very right on that point.
It has a great impact here, on the local life, and a lot of people are coming here to live because there's a school here that they can send their children to college, because they can see that they can dream with FGCU.
The very first time when 3 of my students graduated, Miss Olga Hernandez and Josh Rincon, who happened to be migrant farm worker students, whose parents and siblings never walked in the corridors or never even had a dream of walking the corridors of any university. They dared to come to FGCU.
My very favorite memory is the 2013 men's basketball Dunk City team. This gave us an opportunity to tell our story on a national stage, and it wasn't just the story of basketball at FGCU, it was the story of who we are.
This was kind of, I think they call it a swamp. I was considering at that time maybe getting a 4-wheel drive vehicle when I first came here, and then the university was scheduled to open in like 9 weeks, and I'm like, there is no way that that they're gonna be able to pull this off. They made it happen, and it just, it's mind-boggling.
My first time on campus was before campus is actually open. So my office that I would have was in the same room where the mail room was, which was a box about yay big. And it's also where Eddie West, who still works at the university to this day, would make keys. And so I would have to get up from my desk so Eddie could make keys. We talked then about having a pioneering spirit, and you really had to have one. You went to work at a university that wasn't open, where there was no students, and you had to get up from your desk for them to make keys. So it was a feeling of gambling a little bit.
I don't know whether I could call that even a campus at the time. It was a sort of a drive-by. We drove through some Lucas, and they said that this was going to be FGCU campus, and it got me wondering whether I made a right decision.
To realize the full potential of everything this university can become for the benefit of the students and benefits of the community. Maybe on a lighter note, we got eliminated in the Sweet 16 by the University of Florida. With no disrespect, I'd like to pay that back someday.
I want to dream for FGCU to always be here, always be growing, and always supporting the local community and students, and giving people a chance to improve their life and be a lifelong learner. Grow FGCU. Go Eagles.
Coming up, we'll take a deep dive into an autoimmune disease that is on the rise in recent years. Our Positively Healthy report is up next.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days, because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
Under normal circumstances, our immune system keeps the body in check, but for reasons we don't fully understand, it sometimes goes awry. The result is autoimmune diseases, including Crohn's disease, which impacts the digestive tract. Here's the latest in this week's Positively Healthy. One of a group of inflammatory bowel diseases, Crohn's disease impacts an estimated 700,000 Americans. Compared to other IBDs, it has a large strike zone.
And it can really affect anywhere from the mouth all the way down to the anus. But the most common spot is the junction of the large and small intestine.
It's a debilitating condition marked by chronic inflammation. Uncomfortable at a minimum. The progressive condition may cause intestinal abscesses similar to canker sores in the bowels.
And those canker sores can cause a variety of symptoms, including pain, changes in the bowel movements such as diarrhea, intestinal bleeding, and they can even lead to blockages of the intestine by causing scar tissue.
Dr. Michael Cohen is a gastroenterologist with Physicians Regional Medical Group, working to better understand the disease. Are you seeing a higher rate of people getting them, or more people getting Crohn's disease?
There is a higher incidence of Crohn's disease. That's been noted in terms of demographics of the illness. There is an increasing rate of Crohn's disease.
Any indications why?
There's a lot of theories, but nobody really knows for sure.
Crohn's is an autoimmune disease. It appears bacteria may trigger a bad response in certain people, causing the body to turn on itself.
We have many, many bacteria in our intestinal tract as a normal part of our bacterial flora, and they are mostly harmless to our system. However, the body's immune system may sort of develop the sense that these are enemies, even though they're really not, and they may trigger sort of a exaggerated dysfunctional immune response.
Still searching for a cure, doctors have now developed better methods to manage Crohn's disease.
And over the last 20 years or so, there's been a huge revolution in the treatment of Crohn's disease. We've actually isolated some of the chemicals in that inflammatory cascade, and we're able to target certain chemicals along that pathway and stop the inflammation at that point.
Using a variety of biologics and immunomodulators, many patients now achieve a reprieve, appearing virtually disease-free.
Where they have no symptoms, where their endoscopy reverts back to normal, and their blood markers and stool tests may revert back to normal. And that's really, at the moment, the holy grail.
Improving quality of life, modern therapies for Crohn's disease is making a lifelong condition livable. A Naples teen is certainly enjoying the ride. A professional barrel racer, 18-year-old Rachel Caprio is also her high school's 2017 valedictorian. And now she's off again, this time headed to college, hoping to hit the rodeo circuit in the Lone Star State.
I first started barrel racing when I was in 9th grade, so I was about 14 years old, and I've had horses all my life. And I just kind of had watched the rodeo scene and talked to some people, so I decided to try it. And it just kind of clicked with me, and it was really fun. You know, when I first started out, I would get super nervous and like go in there, I'm like, oh, I gotta remember what to do. But after, you know, doing it for a couple years, it's all been muscle memory. So I just try to keep a clear, you know, focused mind. When you find something that you love, you know, you just keep doing it. And it's what, you know, makes you happy and you get excited about it, so I just keep doing it. So when I go out to Baylor, I'm going, you know, Texas is like the rodeo capital of everywhere. But I have some friends out there with horses for me. I have friends here who go out there to Waco, who would be able to bring my horse every now and then. So I definitely, it's not gonna happen as much. You know, right here, I'm doing it every day, every single weekend. But it's definitely still gonna be a part of my life. I can't let it go yet.
Our reporters are always chasing down stories for you. Here's a look at what's happening on the beat. Guys?
Thanks, Amy. I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm a features reporter here at the Naples Daily News, and in today's paper you'll find a story that I did about Parker and Sammy. Parker is a 13-year-old boy with Down syndrome, and Sammy is his personal trainer. They've been together for about a year now, and they've become best friends. In fact, they call each other big brother and little brother. It's just a really sweet story about how Sammy is teaching Parker how his goals in the gym can also apply to life outside of the gym, and how his disabilities don't prohibit him from doing what he wants to do. So you can find that story in today's paper and online at naplesnews.com.
Hi, my name is Patrick Riley. I'm a crime and courts reporter here at the Naples Daily News. I recently worked on a story about a new program that the Collier County Sheriff's Office is using. It's a online real-time map that they're using to track heroin overdoses in the county. They're the first agency in Florida to use this program, and you can find the story at naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Collins. I'm a reporter with the Collier Citizen. This past week I got a chance to interview Jeff Hiltz, a Marco Island musician who suffered from a widowmaker heart attack late last month. He was playing golf on a Naples golf course when he just fell on the floor, collapsed, and two strangers who were playing golf nearby got on their golf cart and basically performed CPR on him until the first responders got there. And now he's doing okay at home, resting up to get back on stage and perform again. For more on the story, visit naplesnews.com.
Our last stop in the newsroom is this week's commentary.
Thanks, Amy. You know how there are certain days at the office when things just don't get done? Like the Friday after Thanksgiving, or the week between Christmas and New Year's, the Friday before any Monday holiday when everybody takes the day off early. The first day of school has to be right up there with those days. Offices are open and the workers actually show up, but there's not a lot of work being done. That's because the first day of school, everyone is busy posting pictures of their kids' first day of school on social media. After that, they spend the rest of the day liking and commenting on all their friends and acquaintances' pictures of their kids' first day of school. It's a vicious cycle. Someone likes your picture, you have to scroll around and find theirs and like it, maybe add a comment. Then they have to drop everything to find your picture and comment on it. All day long you're checking the number of likes and comments, making sure you're not failing to reciprocate to someone else's first day of school photos. I say, let's all agree that everyone's kid looks good on the first day of school. New clothes, new shoes, fresh haircut, why wouldn't they look good? Also, let's all agree that it's hard to believe that little insert name here is already in insert grade level here. We stipulate that kids grow up fast. We further stipulate that everyone hopes that all the little ones have a fantastic year at school. What sadist wouldn't hope that? So we're all looking forward to the new school year, and we're all in agreement that time sure does fly by. Now get back to work. I'm Brent Batten. You can read my column on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Follow me on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Still to come, the future of television may be in the palm of your hand. That story is after the break on Behind the Headlines.
Behr's August home sale is here. Get the hottest summer savings on select designs from Tommy Bahama, Bernard, Natuzzi, Lexington, and more. Shop the biggest selection of the best designer brands. Special pricing on select designs like Natuzzi chairs for $397. This Paula Deen Queen bed, just $697. Classic to contemporary. Create the lifestyle you want with all looks you love. Ready for immediate delivery. Behr's August home sale. Final days.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
It may not get the lion's share of attention, but your home's flooring is really the foundation of design. And there are a lot of exciting things underfoot. Lisa Carnera from Bears is breaking it all down in this week's Inspired Living. Like so much in design, there are always new trends and new products to talk about, even in flooring. And Lisa is going to share some new elements with us, including this one.
Yes, this is our new LVP luxury vinyl product. It is water resistant, child and animal proof. It has the cork built in. Once you put the rubber underlayment under it, the sound abatement is higher than any of the condo associations are even asking for.
Now, vinyl got such a bad rap for a long time. Is this maybe changing people's minds?
Oh yes, this is a floating floor. You can actually put it over your existing floor. When you move, you can pull it up and take it with you.
So when you said it doesn't make that telltale sound that you used to hear that clicking when you walked across in heels especially?
Yes, that's why we put the rubber padding under it. All of the condo associations love this. Most of them are asking for a 68 sound barrier. This actually goes up to 78 once you put the padding under it.
Now, where are people using this? All over? Or
everywhere.
Kitchens, baths?
This is the closest thing to a wood floor that you could possibly have, and all design must have a good foundation. That's your flooring, whether it be the LVP, the true woods, your carpeting, whatever it is that your design is asking for, here at Bears, we can provide that for you.
This has a really neat texture to it.
Yes. This is our new bamboo silks. Depending on which way you look at it, it does have a light or a dark sheen to it.
So this has a kind of a natural element in that? Yes. What is the benefit of having bamboo?
It will wear forever. It will not get your spots like your Indian carpets will. This is very durable. As you can see, it's all the way through, so you're not going to get those bald spots like you would with other carpeting.
It really does have a great feel to it, though. So what else do we have that people are interested in that might be interesting?
Once you have your basics down, whether it be your hardwood or the new Italian porcelains, then we come in with our area rugs. Once the fabrics are picked and everything is pulled together, even this luscious little thing, could you imagine this in your bedroom? It's wonderful.
On the floor?
Yes.
Walking on this? That is crazy. Very nice. So is that more of an accent rug? What would you use with that?
And it feels wonderful.
Well, such great options, and it's really wonderful that there's so many things you can do with your flooring now that hold up as well. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
The future of TV programming is not as concrete as it used to be. Thanks to emerging technology, we're able to view more on our small screens. The USA Today's Jefferson Graham has the big picture in this week's Talking Tech.
Don't touch that dial? I mean remote. I mean mobile phone. The TV we all knew and loved is changing so rapidly, it's hard to keep up. Disney just dumped Netflix to start its own streaming service. Facebook added TV shows to the social network, and Apple debuted a new TV show only viewable to subscribers of its music service. Everything's moving to the mobile phone and tablet. Facebook wants to bring TV to the social network as another way to keep people in the news feed and sell more ads. Hollywood wants to go the other route. They think they can make more money with subscriptions than ads. And you know what that means, don't you? Ka-ching! We'll be paying more for the stuff that we enjoy for free now. You can go to Netflix for movies and TV or current ABC, NBC, and Fox shows on Hulu, all available on demand. The businesses are so lucrative, other networks want in. Look for cartoons and sports on Disney and ESPN streaming services in 2019. Fox said it too might leave Netflix to start its own service. And of course, now you can pay for additional streamers from HBO, CBS, Amazon, Showtime, Starz, YouTube, and the list goes on and on and on. Remember when they used to talk of cutting the cord for lower prices from streaming services? That argument surely doesn't carry any weight anymore, right? But it's really nice to be able to call up an episode of Breaking Bad, for instance, whenever you want to see it. For USA Today in Los Angeles, Jefferson Graham.
We're going to take this one out today with a look at the fall migration of rays captured off the coast of Sanibel. These cow-nosed rays cross the Gulf of Mexico twice a year, coming from the Yucatan in the spring and heading back to Mexico each fall. They travel in large numbers, hundreds, even thousands. We wanted to share the spectacle which took place just last week. That wraps up this edition of Behind the Headlines. Thank you for joining us. You can always catch up on past shows by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the left-hand side under Quick Link, select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week.